There it is.
All right, we're going to count them down.
Everybody. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Tetris!
Stress. Time, DMJ. And here we go. Both players coming off of, I think it was double sweeps.
Yeah.
So much momentum. But one of their momentums has to end here. Only one can walk away from this undefeated. Will it be TetrisTime or DMJ?
TetrisTime just been a market consistency all day, getting all those max outs and
Yeah.
calls, but DMJ's 29 play, especially these past 2 rounds, has been off the charts.
That survival demonstration by DMJ as well. Even if the score had not been enough, that survival, that's what gets you the win. Guarantees it. TetrisTime building up high, back down to Tetris. DMJ with a low Tetris is ahead by 1. But next Tetris from TetrisTime will even it up. There it is. Boom, Tetris for TetrisTime.
DMJ starting 5 for 5.
Yeah, high Tetris rate. Perfect going in for DMJ. TetrisTime not far behind.
It's going to be one of these games, Chris, huh?
What a way to end it. Both these players will have, there's incredible bragging rights for stake here, especially for TetrisTime, being able to do possibly 3 back-to-back weekends. And then DMJ, being a former regional champion here before, wants to continue that.
The Desert, what was known as the Desert Qualifier, is one of our oldest tournaments in the series.
Well, yes, it was definitely one of the first regionals, once called a super regional. To me, in my heart, it's still a super regional.
We have this gorgeous screen thanks to the folks at Game On Expo.
That's right.
And we got it kind of inspired us to get the same thing in Pasadena.
Yeah, that's interesting, to see that our setup evolves. We learn from going and running these events, and we just get better and better at it. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without this qualifier here in Phoenix, Arizona at Game On Expo. In itself, growing as an event, it's so huge this year.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
They moved from across the street from the smaller building, and they're open all day Friday. It's very crowded on Friday. So thanks again to John Lester and the Game On team for having us. And we're going to have Dr. Mario tomorrow. So
yeah, more puzzle action than you can handle.
So about a half Tetris lead here for TetrisTime.
So that's neck and neck territory. As expected from 2 players who just swept opponents multiple times.
It's a slow burn. They're just playing super efficient, super clean at 18. And the sparks are going to start flying at 19.
Adjustment for TetrisTime, not going too YOLO there. Has the lead just by 2. And it's clean just like that. DMJ playing up high. Is open, gets the Tetris, but has a little bit of junk, gets the spin. Burn that off with a well-built roof, and there it is. Both players having their own way to deal with the situation using their moveset. That's why you see those spins.
Has this become about an 8-9 line solve for DMJ? So you see his deficit grows. It's at nearly 2 Tetrises now.
A drought forming here of 24. Then it finally ends. Both players cashing in the Tetris.
But both players have Minos to fill in.
Yeah, not the cleanest board here, but we are still neck and neck. And TetrisTime is going to opt to burn it down. DMJ, 1 line clear away from being clean. There it is.
Yep.
TetrisTime long bar dependent. Got a couple of need there.
He's going to go for the center well.
Yep. Looking good. Nice and juicy. There it is. Boom. Center well Tetris for TetrisTime.
Go for another one. Why not? DMJ is like, I can play center well too.
We'll see. We'll see. Sometimes it just falls that way.
Look at that.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh!
That's like a,
I mean, it was
a Vitz with a pit underneath.
it's an easy move, but you have to. There was no visual cues for how much room you had. That could have been easily a miscalculation.
And DMJ still
He's
playing
waiting
with
for
that center well
T.
open.
Oh, nice.
Does a spin there.
That's an unconventional
Split double. Going to maintain that for another Tetris at least.
So transition coming up. 3 Tetris lead now for TetrisTime.
TetrisTime going to dirty Tetris into that clear, into transition. Clean board going in, 523.
That's so impressive that DMJ can nail that spin right after transition. Normally you got to get your feet wet and get used to that speed change.
It's good situational awareness. Boom, Tetris for TetrisTime. Extending the lead now. Starting to widen.
2 clean boards.
Yeah, but DMJ, and yeah, it's still in great shape. Had a little bit of those fancy burns there, allowing TetrisTime to pull into the lead. But DMJ fully recovered now.
Just waiting and getting DMJ's just waiting.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, the timing.
Using those spins to maximize efficiency.
The tuck and the spin in a microsecond. Oh.
Possible misdrops, but gets the flip. Creates
a negative line piece
yeah.
there. But look at that. He's going to turn a negative line piece into a Tetris well.
That
Brilliant solve.
That is excellent.
But he's still behind 150,000 points, so it's going to be, when does TetrisTime make a mistake? If he makes a mistake, he's playing too cleanly.
Yeah, it seems TetrisTime can really turn on the efficiency at will. That's where we're at here. 5 Tetrises ahead, now 6. Simul Tetris. Level 24, we're approaching kill screen speed. Both these players will...
That's a dirty Tetris.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the way to optimize there. And TetrisTime just only burning a single, just line clears here and there, but Tetris ready like an instant later. Boom, Tetris for TetrisTime.
But we saw what happened in other games when GMJ was kind of struggling. He turned it on in 29.
Yeah. And then the survival. That's scary stuff, seeing
TetrisTime
that.
hasn't been stretched to 29 yet. Not that he can't do it, we just haven't seen it today.
That's why you have 2 players push each other to that limit.
1 million points for TetrisTime.
That's a max out on level 27. Continuing to rain down the Tetrises. Will TetrisTime keep playing high and aggressive as we reach 29?
So DMJ is not going to have to survive in 29, but he's going to have to make scores.
Yeah. Yeah, TetrisTime not letting up one bit. Another Tetris. 1.128.
Wow.
1 Tetris to give. Then we are at kill screen speed here, level 29.
1.1 million.
Okay, DMJ now up high. Clears the Tetris. Is gonna
Trying to make a good
trying to make
setup
one
for
that
29.
last one. Starting to fly
There
close
it
to the
is.
sun. Needs it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
the
get-
right.
get another-
Needs the right now. And does the top
Oh.
out. And TetrisTime's going to take that first round, being able to keep that huge lead formed at the end.
Good game 1, good start.
Yeah, both players strong games there.
3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
Tetris.
Tetris. No mirror starts here. Both players having their own distinct style.
Pressing down.
Yeah, DMJ pressing down there. Drought to start,
Of course.
but they both bang down a Tetris. TetrisTime now the survivor with the momentum here. DMJ hadn't given around in quite a while.
Takes the triple. DMJ. He's going to play one off the bottom here. No.
And TetrisTime building some dependencies. But smartly able to reduce it. And Tetris ready again. DMJ going to play one off the bottom. TetrisTime with some holes now, so he'll probably even out.
That's not a Vitz, by the way. That's only a 3-high gap.
Yeah. Tuck some other stuff in there. And Tetris for DMJ.
One Tetris lead. He's playing a little unconventional. One off the bottom. Playing some off-center wells.
And DMJ is going to roll with it. Maintain that efficiency and continue to score. We are neck and neck.
Looks like he's going to go back for the bottom here, Chris.
Okay. Yep. Or maybe a well transfer to the left. Well, nope. Moves it back to the right. Tetris for TetrisTime. Slight lead now.
TetrisTime's just been marching. Unstoppable force this whole afternoon. I don't know if he's given up a game.
Yeah, I wasn't around for all rounds, but top 8 for sure. It's a very dusty
all
weekend.
Sweeps.
Yeah, all sweeps. Will this be another one? Imagine that, taking 2 regionals back-to-back weeks and then ending in a continuous sweep. That's some momentum. I mean, I don't even know if we keep records of streaks like that, but that is interesting and intimidating.
And he's going to host his own regional next weekend in Las Vegas, so.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. End the streak with your own event. The broom comes from your house.
Yeah, maybe the fatigue from having to run an event will get to him by then.
That's
I'm
true.
guessing no.
That is true. Yeah, it's a high stress thing being an organizer, but maybe sometimes we thrive under pressure.
Well, DMJ staying in the best he can. He's just throwing unconventional scores all over.
Yeah, the gap isn't too wide. It's like 4. It's been hovering between 2 and 4 for a while now. That's not going to be... Oh, line's
there we go.
And
I saw it develop.
That's a Jonas line. Shout outs to Jonas Neubauer, our Tetris ambassador. Don't forget about the Jonas Cup we have in Portland, usually
Can't
in
wait for
October.
that one. Yep, the DAS game has certainly taken off. It's a dirty Tetris setup here.
Yeah, DMJ needing that long bar. Doesn't get the T-spin, but gets the long bar for the Tetris.
But TetrisTime just flawless. 84% Tetris rate. I haven't seen a miss drop all day.
DMJ stacking up high on the left. TetrisTime pulling away. Tetris ready. Both players Tetris ready. Simul Tetris there. 86% Tetris rate for TetrisTime. This is going to be a monster transition score here. Just over 100 lines, already over 500K.
Wow. And another.
Yep.
He had a 650 earlier. But line dependent. Well, he gets it.
Gets it, yeah.
Again, fractal RNG there. 2 in a row. Why not?
But definitely we're seeing a new TetrisTime emerging into this era. And then, you know, the YOLO TetrisTime of the past only makes the present TetrisTime stronger. And we see like such efficient play like this. Okay, DMJ playing up high. Okay. Gets the right piece for that, but still having some lingering holes needing to be uncovered. It isn't able to use that long bar for a Tetris. That's to wait again. Take the double off top,
Oh,
bad
that's
transition
so high
position.
for DMJ.
Oh,
Over.
just barely, yeah. That was flying close to the sun there, but manages to survive. But TetrisTime's lead becoming massive here, over
growing.
200,000 points. TetrisTime being
DMJ.
completely efficient. And DMJ, yeah, just
Two
wanting to get
misdrops
that
in a
board
row.
under control.
But that could have spiraled further. Good on him to stop that.
Yeah. But yeah, DMJ does have the survival skills, so when you see a player in trouble, it's not always the end.
Oh, there's a mistake for TetrisTime.
Yeah, that's what DMJ wants. Now DMJ with the clean board. The tables could turn, especially here where Tetrises are worth more.
And
Okay,
that's
TetrisTime
about
clean.
a 5-line solve there for TetrisTime.
But yeah, finally out of it. Well, not quite.
Nope, right back in it.
Didn't get the right facing pieces, so DMJ is going to be able to catch back up with that
There
Tetris
you go,
there.
down to 5.
Down to 5, yep. Oh, setting.
man.
Did not take the Vits. That would have been a crazy adjustment, but maybe not a risk worth taking.
The door is starting to open for DMJ.
That's right. DMJ clean now. Boom, Tetris or DMJ. Down to a 100,000 point deficit. And it's Tetris ready again.
TetrisTime, 2 lines away, uncovers the well.
Boom, Tetris or DMJ again, now down to
Under
less than
100.
100,000. Yeah. It's going to be closer near the end due to these late Tetrises from DMJ.
DMJ also has a disadvantage of about a level. 10 lines.
And
Oh,
late
DMJ
trap
cannot
there.
score with that line.
Yeah.
Solves it in 2.
And we are approaching kill screen here. Level 26.
It's manageable though, Chris Tang. The game changes at 29. Let's see. This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, and having a good position going in is so critical.
But DMJ needs to get this burned down. You don't play 29 up here.
Big drought here too.
Oh,
31,
safety triple.
32.
Another.
Okay, TetrisTime having to deal with some covering of the well there. Also not ideal.
Yeah, this is even a worse shape. That's a lot of. He might not get down in time, Chris.
Yeah, this is going to be close.
There's a.
Okay, there's kill
There's a
screen
million
speed
points.
for DMJ and a max out for TetrisTime. So score lead versus board state
Tetris
here.
for DMJ.
That's going to be huge in catching up. Can keep him alive here. TetrisTime trying to dig back down before
He's 5
kill
lines to
screen.
go.
Time's running out for TetrisTime.
But DMJ is not going to be able to catch up.
Wow!
Oh!
Just like that. DMJ topping out. Gifting TetrisTime
Wow.
the easy. Well, it wasn't easy getting there, but
No.
the win at the end, not having to deal with a near fatal kill screen transition. 3,
5, 3, or 4.
4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
I'll go with the extended one, you know.
And similar to start off, so TetrisTime having so much momentum. We don't even know how many games it goes back, but it could possibly be that he has not given up a game, possibly since Washington, maybe even before that.
I mean, I remember during the online years when TetrisTime made the top 8, it was a kind of an unexpected run. And he's grinded the game and now is in a position to repeat that after a long hiatus.
I love to see it, the story and, being a rising star and to be a rising star again in a new play style. That's inspiring stuff.
But early on, DMJ with the 1 Tetris lead.
Yeah, TetrisTime having some cleanup early, but nothing that to slow down the momentum here. Some good tucks and positioning, cleaning that up. And both boards clean. Boom, Tetris for DMJ. Boom, Tetris for TetrisTime. Both players stacking textbook here. TetrisTime probably looking for a tuck there. Gets it. Some screen looking going on between them.
DMJ not going quietly.
Not at all. DMJ also having a lot of momentum in this tournament, only being stopped by TetrisTime here. But the only way for DMJ to earn a path to victory for this regional is to do a reverse sweep himself. And I think either way, you know, witnessing this level of Tetris play, I mean, can you believe this is a regional?
Yeah.
Now, our regionals are world class already.
These events are so fun.
It's just been amazing watching this regional grow. You know, the con itself growing year after year, going from a smaller venue to a bigger venue, getting bigger and bigger guests.
Tony Hawk was here. How awesome was that?
Yeah, I'm here missing my chance to get Tony Hawk's signature, but you know, maybe I've got the hookup thanks to this community. We'll see. That's a story that's developing. Wish me luck. But yeah, Tony Hawk being here, you know, it's a convention first. So congratulations to Game On Expo, and once again, thanks to John Lester for being the home of the Desert Regional for so many years. I think I was like the first regional guest commentator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that feels good. You know, I continue to do that every year. Oh wow, look at these tucks from TetrisTime. That's some of the YOLO TetrisTime I know. Look at that. That takes total commitment.
Couldn't quite get the T over.
Ooh.
Not line spinning that piece. So DMJ up by a half Tetris.
Yeah, this is DMJ's chance here. But yeah, some of that old TetrisTime risk taking there. Taking confidence, but sometimes you gotta, you know, some of that tenacity comes from putting yourself in life-threatening situations. It takes that to get out of them. Boom, Tetris for TetrisTime, and
off the bottom
just like that, TetrisTime's clean again, not far behind from DMJ. DMJ really needing this win.
5 codes left in our matcherino. We'd like to pay our players a nice little prize for making it out here to Phoenix.
That's right.
If you're watching, please consider contributing.
And I think, you know, maybe TetrisTime might inspire other players, other great players to go to their regionals or to start their own regional, and you'll become even more involved. I love to see it. You know, regional hopping was something that, you know, my mom drove me to LA to regional hop back in 1990. And that's kind of how I got involved and, you know, became better friends with Robin, and goes way back there to, so.
Well, that was kind of the idea. Like, you know, you win a regional and then you go to the big championship at the end of the year. That's what
that's the spirit of what we wanted to do, and I love it. And I love the throwback. I love helping usher in a new generation of professional video game players. There's nothing else like it. Okay, so TetrisTime having to do a little bit of a dig, and that's allowed DMJ to take the lead. 2 Tetrises now. TetrisTime's going to gain that ground back with that one. And TetrisTime's clean. DMJ's cleaner, though, ready to bang down that Tetris.
A lot of tenacity from DMJ. Not giving up.
Okay, we're approaching transition here. 5:39 for DMJ. He's going to do it with the next Tetris. TetrisTime is well set up. You want to have your board state good here. You don't want to. The only thing worse, or almost worse than an early top out, is a transition top out. But both players.
5-10.
Yeah, closer game than we've seen previously. DMJ with some momentum here. Finally having a lead where you want to be when you're down 2 games. Okay, DMJ's going to have to do some line clears. And does a clean, well transfer to the right. And both players are clean, looking to score. TetrisTime with a Tetris there. We are neck and neck.
Down to a third of a Tetris.
Here we go. Both players are going to need to show up here.
Oh. Okay, I was going to say, is TetrisTime going to try to build off center, but he is not.
Yeah. Right now, whether they play safe, try to survive, or to gain the lead now. We're just a Tetris apart. Okay, TetrisTime getting that next one. We're neck and neck. TetrisTime setting up a tuck. Gets it. Nice delayed burn there. Boom, Tetris or TetrisTime. And
4,000 point difference.
yeah,
Chris.
here we go. Let's go. This is the way you want your grand finals to end. If it ends, either it's going to have to be a sweep or a reverse sweep, maybe.
3,000 point difference.
And we know both these players are capable of playing aggressive, doing it with when it counts. TetrisTime with another Tetris, neck and neck.
So we're fluctuating between a 1 and 2 Tetris lead for DMJ. 192 lines. These players have exact same pace.
Yeah, I mean, there's not even much of a lines difference here. This is really neck and neck.
30 lines to go.
Boom, Tetris or TetrisTime.
DMJ creating a bit of a bridge here.
Long bar dependent for TetrisTime. Let's see how TetrisTime deals with this.
TetrisTime's going to get a triple with this next line, so he's going to cover it instead. DMJ, 60,000 point lead, 210 lines, two levels to go.
Dependency's forming. See how TetrisTime can find a way here. He wants to get the board back into a better position. DMJ is in good position now.
1 million points, DMJ. Let's go.
Max out for DMJ. TetrisTime now on level 28, gets the board back down where you want to be. Bit of a dig, but that's allowed DMJ to extend the lead now to 100,000 points.
Safety triple there, Chris. It's all about board health here. 962 double transition TetrisTime.
TetrisTime with the Tetris.
1 million points, TetrisTime.
So yeah, TetrisTime able to get the board state in better condition. DMJ is in trouble. Needs to get a left. 5-tap. No long bar. Oh no! DMJ hanging that. And a slight chase down for TetrisTime.
1,084,000.
Will the sweep continue? That's what's on the line here.
He can line this out, maybe.
60,000 points.
It's roughly 1,000 points for single line, so you gotta mix in multi-scores.
Looks like he's able to dig back down. Clean play is required here for the victory. Wow.
It's mesmerizing. Triple. That should get him way down.
30,000 points to go. TetrisTime
needs 84.
Good
He's
position.
at 61, 62.
Got to take some doubles there.
69. Hey now.
Level 34. All the time in the world for TetrisTime. Is it going to be a time for a double regional victory?
0.10 Tetrises to go.
Almost. Wow.
There it is.
Boom. Single for TetrisTime. And the second regional in a row. The farm continues. Your winner of the CTWC Desert Regional 2025 is TetrisTime. Both of you guys are real champions in my book. Both of you have, you're a former champion regional here, and once again, doing great. Are you going to go do some more regionals now, or what's the plan? You've performed great here. What are your thoughts?
Well,
let's look at the camera. Yeah. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, what are your thoughts after this regional? You plan to go to any more?
Yeah, I'll be at CTWC. I'm not sure beyond that, but I definitely need to play more. I need to get a better controller, and that's what I learned.
That was an excellent performance. You also had like double sweeps going into the finals. TetrisTime just came fresh off of a huge victory. You've already told us what you learned for next, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Pasadena. Anyone you have a shout out or anything else you want to say here?
Yeah, thanks to Big Dave and thanks to Jaws for making this last-second trip possible, because I didn't think I was going to come here like 2 weeks from today. Like 2 weeks ago, I had nothing booked, but they gave me a place to stay, and so I decided to come out here. And I want to thank them. So thank you.
That's awesome, hearing the community effort, getting great players like DMJ out. I love to see it. And I'd love to see you here again in Phoenix again. This is a great regional to have, one of our very first, and congratulations on your great performance here, DMJ.
Thank you.
And now it's time for Tetris time. 2 regionals in a row, week after week. It took Washington last week. You're taking Phoenix this very moment. That is unprecedented. All this momentum. I don't know when the last time you lost was, but what are your thoughts, champ?
Wow, it's been a long 2 weeks. I mean, I only got like 6 hours of sleep, so I mean, that's double last week. I mean, it's great to go back to back.
Well, I guess we should look at the camera.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's great to go back to back. And I'm glad I was able to have a good, match with everybody. Oscar in that last game with DMJ, that was an intense one. I'm glad I was able to take it.
What do you think? Are you actually trying to maintain a streak when you're winning, or are you just playing the best that you can? Like, what's the mindset? How is that even possible?
The mindset is just to be as consistent as you can be. I mean, that's one thing about winning, is that you got to win more than once. To win the whole tournament, you got to be consistent all the time, and that's what I was thinking to my qual. That's how I was able to get #1 seed, and that's how I was able to sweep everybody.
That makes sense, and not just for this event. Going from event to event, and you're going to be having an event next week that you're helping to organize, or organizing. I guess you might be the core organizer. What's your plan and your thoughts? Do you think that's going to take away from your practicing at all, the time involved, or tell us what you have planned for your event?
Yeah, so next Saturday, April 12th, we got CTWC Vegas hosting with my buddy Ninja over here in Scoops. And I'm not sure how it's going to go, because it's my first regional, so I can't really tell you how it's going to go. Hosting and playing, but as long as it's a fun one, and as long as it's competitive, great for the spectators, that's great for me.
Yeah, I heard some word that there might be some special people showing up. Can you say anything about that?
Special people. I gotta say that me, Ninja, Scoops, and maybe Harry Hong, Alex Kerr, Jeff, Boom, Tetris for Jeff. So they're all gonna be there.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Yeah, and Harry Hong and Alex Kerr. So CTWC Vegas with Tetris Time organizing. Wow, that's something to watch. What a great 3 weeks of Tetris we've had, and a possibility for Tetris Time to take 3 regionals back to back, one every week. Do you have anything else to say, shout outs, and any last thoughts on after your victory here in Phoenix, Arizona?
Yeah, I gotta say I love this convention, Game On Expo. And in terms of shout outs to my mom and dad watching at home, my buddy Romeo watching from San Diego, Sandy watching from Washington, and everybody here watching. Thanks.
It was a pleasure watching you last week, myself online, and then now live here, seeing you farming our regionals, inspiring other players, showing what's possible. That kind of consistency is what makes a Tetris champion and a Tetris hero. Thank you, Tetris Time, and congratulations.
Thank you.